Hey everyone, this is Christopher Brown here again from alphalifestyleacademy.com. Now in this video, we're going to go through chapter 5 of Sohail Khan's book on joint venture marketing. And if you're new to the concept of joint venture marketing, basically what it is, it's word of mouth advertising on steroids. So most companies will agree that word of mouth advertising is the best form of advertising. However, what most companies do is they go after individual people, hoping that they're going to refer their friends and family to whatever it is that you have to offer. When you do joint ventures, group marketing, strategic partnerships, it goes under many different names. What you do is you create relationships where existing businesses will refer their customers over to whatever it is that you have to offer. And some of the biggest companies in the world got started first, not by paying money in paid advertising, but by using this type of marketing, these joint ventures, this group marketing. And so you can, when you land a deal, you can do hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of new customers in a very short time frame. Depending on what type of deal that you were able to, you want to find people who have large scales of influences. So those are ideal. But if you don't have people that have large scales of influences, you're just going to find more people and more companies to create these partnerships with. Now, we're going to go through chapter 5 of Sohail Khan's book, and in this video, we're going to talk about what type of questions. Again, you want to find people that have large that have a large, big, however you want to put it, who are very influential over their marketplace. And so the more influential a person is, the less partners that you're going to have to find in order to reach your income goals. One of the examples that I always use is the Oprah Winfrey Show. So when Oprah that's kind of a joint venture. And so when Oprah would bring people onto her show and interview individuals, experts, different products. She did this with Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, Robert Kiyosaki. There's so many people that Oprah created on her show, or the careers that she created because of her show. So we want to find those type of people in our marketplace. Now, but if we only have limited time here, so we go more into this at 90daymillionaire.alphalifestyleacademy.com, because when you find the right partnerships, you can make $1 million in anywhere from 90 to within 90 days to 365 days. So within a 3 to 12 month period, when you find the right joint ventures. So let's hop into this. This is questioning joint venture partners. The right questions to ask to find potential strategic partners. Okay. So again, what you want to do, if you find somebody that has a large, who is very influential, you're not going to have to find as many people. And most people turn away pretty much everybody that they talk to, and they only keep a few of those. And I don't like to do this. What I have seen is you build a network of 100 people. When most joint venture brokers, or however you want to put this, people who do joint ventures, right? When they do a deal like this, they'll talk to 100 people, ignore 95% of them, and then there'll be 5 of them that will make them their 6-figure per month income. Personally, I don't like to do that. I like to bring in all 100 people, because those 100 people are going to still bring you some new business. And like I said, out of those 100 and about 5 or 6 people, those 5 or 6 people will earn you a 6-figure per month income. But some of the other people that you bring in, that might add maybe another $20,000. So I encourage people to go after 100 people. And then obviously you still want to find those people, especially if you have already existing relationships with them. You do want to find those people who who have a big influence over their marketplace. So let's hop into this. I know I've been rambling now for a few minutes. So here we go. So after building rapport with your contacts, you should ask them some of the following questions, depending on the potential arrangement as well as the role of a possible joint venture broker in the deal. So number one, do you have all the names and addresses of your customers, or do you have mailing lists? So this is more or less talking about offline, but what you in today's market, you want to find, do you have a social media following? Are your customers on your social media? Do you have your customers' email address? Things of that sort. Now, if they don't, you'll be limited in the type of joint venture you can do with them, unless they have a good product or service you can use in another JV deal. This probably isn't worth your time and energy. Most companies do not collect this. Like, let's say in the realms of small and medium-sized businesses, most small businesses do not collect this information. However, moving forward, once you establish this, we can move forward in a very short time frame, start collecting their customers' email addresses. And let me give you an example. I know of a guy, and this was during the pandemic. Everybody's on lockdown. He ran a pizza shop, so the pizza shop was still doing business, but all the businesses in his complex were closed down, so they had no flow of customer base. I know of another business, they had to close down because they were in a complex with a movie theater. So what people would normally do, they'd go to eat before or after the movie, and so they got their flow of traffic because of the movie theater. But then during the lockdown, everything's closed, so now what do? So in the case of this pizza shop, what they did is they still had some people coming in, and they started collecting their email address, and then every day they ran an early promotion and sent out an email to their customer base telling them about a special lunch. It was a pre-dinner sale. Call in, make your order, we'll have it available for you when you get out at 5 or 6, and you don't have to worry about dinner when you get home. So this pizza shop was spending money in Facebook ads trying to get people that way, but 80% of new business was coming from their email address. So at this moment, maybe you're talking with businesses that do not collect their customer data. Moving forward, they can start out collecting this data, and now you can put a deal together. Okay, so number two is your mailing list composed of buyers or visitor leads? Buyers have always been and will always be more profitable than leads. Knowing if there are some visitors in that list is very important, as they have been known to complain about spam, junk mail, even if they signed up to receive future mailings. That I don't think that happens often anymore. This book was written a few years ago, not that long ago. And so people have just gotten more used to receiving messages. They know it's just part of the deal nowadays, which at the same time can make it a little more challenging because people have also gotten numb to the way advertising is done. And that is why these type of deals work out so much better than doing paid advertising. Now, number three, can you accept many more clients for service types of businesses? So get a percentages as well as the actual numbers. The answer to this question will give you an idea how to structure the deal mailing. The reason is it is not to their advantage to give a percentage away when they are already booked up with customers paying full price. Okay. So in other words, can they handle more business? If they can't handle any more business, they're not going to be willing to give you a percentage of the deal to get more business. But here's the thing. What we always do, so the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. So what we do is we find other products and services that we can introduce to their marketplace that will not take any time away from them, little or no time at all. So maybe they can't accept any more business, but we can make arrangements with other businesses that they can refer off to, and that's how they'll be able to increase their flow of cash flow. Now, number 4, how big is your mailing list? If they don't have enough names, forget it. As a rule of thumb, bigger is better. However, if you are selling a high-ticket product, then this is not always the case. I can give you plenty of examples of people who pulled in 7 figures per year, plus mailing lists of less than 2,000 people, all of them being high-end buyers. Look for quality here as opposed to quantity, but know what you are working with too. So John Reese. So if you're familiar with his story, John Reese was the first person to make $1 million as an individual person in a 24-hour people going from zero to launching his product. That sounds great, but one of the things that we do talk about at when you go to the blueprint of at 90daymillionaire.alphalifestyleacademy.com, we show you what is called as the mathematical formula to writing your own check. We take all the guesswork out of sales and marketing, so you know exactly what you have to do. So it sounds really great. Hey, John Reese made $1 million in a 24-hour period. Yes, he did, but he knew how much he was making per subscriber. So he made enough partnerships to hit his income goal, and he absolutely did, but he didn't go into this blindly. He strategically already planned this by the time he launched it, and so he was able to break records and make his $1 million in a 24-hour period. And so prior to launching that product, he knew he was going to make $1 million in a 24-hour period. Before he made $1 million, he launched another product, and he made $100,000 in 7 days. That kind of gave him the groundwork, and then he knew what to do moving forward if he needed to make $1 million. Okay, so that's some things to to consider as well. How often do you contact your mailing list? Monthly to weekly contacts is excellent. Multiple times per day may hinder your chances of again. Some things have changed. The mailbox is so full these days that we send more often. Grant Cardone sends 3 times a day. Digital Romance sends emails 3 times a day, and so our inbox are so full that you don't want to overwhelm them, but at the same time you want to send them enough messages that they know who you are, because just like with social media, there is an algorithm. A lot of people will even say that email does not work anymore. It's not that it doesn't work anymore, is you don't know. You were used to it when you could just send out an email and everybody received your email. Now there is an algorithm, just like social media, of who's going to see your messages, who's not going to see your messages. And so the most active people on your email list are the ones that are going to receive your messages majority of the time. And so you send multiple messages to those people, and you know, it will work out better for you that way, because they're again, like I said, there's an algorithm. Those are active customer base, and they love getting your messages. And so if they're getting 3, 4, maybe sometimes even 5 messages per day, they're not going to be tired out. Now, in most cases, I don't suggest five messages all the time, but in certain promotions you might send out 5 messages per day. So now we move on to number 6. Do they buy from you often? If so, how often on average? The more they buy, the better, because they are used to spending money with the owner's list. Customers that buy often or follow the recommendation of the list owner are very good sign, because they know they have a good relationship. So you got your own products, you have products that you refer to other local companies, you got affiliate programs. There's different ways that you can do this. Number 7, what is the percentage of clients who bought more than once from you? So when I used to sell tools over the phone, we used to first of all open up an account. And so it was a cold lead, and then the new guy's job was to open up a cold account or a new account by selling them air hoses. Then once you sold them that, then pretty quickly afterwards, then somebody would call them up again and sell them something else and get them on a buyer's rotation to keep on, selling a group of customers or active customers over and over it again more often. Okay, so knowing the percentage of repeat buyers is important. Gives you an idea of the relationship the prospect has with his customers, and tells you whether your potential partner is a savvy marketer that has the best customers, his best customers' best interest in mind. Now, number 8, when was the last time they bought something similar to what is offered in the JV? The sooner the better, but it is better to wait at least 3 weeks after mailing for a similar product before sending out yours. Again, certain things like this, because of the email and because of the way the marketplace has changed, is a little different. This book, I didn't look at the exact date, but this book was originally written when Sohail Khan started doing joint ventures. It was right after the Great Recession, so 2009, 2010 area. Then how much did they pay per product on the average in the past? That's not important as well. One of the things that we have noticed is people, one of the biggest mistakes. So I used to work for a $400 million marketing firm, even working with executives from billion-dollar companies at times. And the biggest mistakes that we saw is companies not offering a cheap enough product and not offering an expensive enough product. Because the more expensive your products and services are, the more trust you're going to have to develop. So you want to get them with a cheap and inexpensive product, get them to buy, deliver on that product, and then later, then as this relationship develops, then you keep on offering them more expensive products and delivering on that. And what you'll notice is people are willing to spend way more money to the same customer base, but just a higher level of service. Just now, this, I understand this is an extreme example, but let's go look at like McDonald's. You start off with a $1 menu, what is it, a McFlurry or something, a 99-cent McFlurry, and then you can go up to a $1.9 million McDonald's franchise. Pizza Hut, you can get a pizza, I don't know, $10, $12 there, and then they have a $10,000 dinner, which is an engagement dinner, and it comes with a diamond ring. It comes with, they pull out all the strings for you, but it's, that's a higher end back end product. Starbucks has, you can go in and get a coffee, but then they have these very high end coffee makers, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a coffee maker. So you want to have inexpensive products, and then you want to have inexpensive products, and then you want to have high end products as well. Then number 9, how much did they pay for the product on the average? I guess we did that one. How did they pay? Try to copy the payment method if they think it was successful. Selling them something online, PayPal, blah, 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 blah. So just repeat selling. Again, I don't think that really makes a big difference nowadays. But if people are uncomfortable, let's say in the past, a lot of people were uncomfortable buying online, but the way that people have now become accustomed to it, more people buy online. Or let's say if you call them, there's certain people that won't want to give you a credit card over the phone, but you can just, and this is how I do it. I send them the website address right over the phone. I send it to them in a text message, and they just fill out the order form right there and then there, and go ahead and get started. Do you have a money-back guarantee? If so, how long is it? If they don't have a money-back guarantee, they should. Offering a guarantee is definitely a huge response modifier. In other words, it boosts response. No partner with anyone who doesn't offer a guarantee. So it's your ring refund policy. With us, we have an action-based guarantee. So one of the things that we do is once they buy the product, they have to create their account. And when they create their account, we get to see what they do. So if they complete it, or even if they go through majority of it, and if they don't make money from the program, we offer a double your money back guarantee, because we can track what they are doing. And if they didn't do anything with it, and if they didn't make any money with it, well, then obviously we don't offer the guarantee. So that's one thing that you can do as well. Number 12, what is your conversion rates? The bigger, the better. Is it enough? So you want to look at the percentage. This is especially true on the internet. When you're doing face-to-face sales, on average, you should see people doing like a 5 or 10% closing ratio, things in that sort. Do they have a back end offer in place? Again, having inexpensive products and having expensive products is the key. What is the highest price product that you have tried selling to your list? What kind of response did you get? Again, there's a difference between just offering an expensive product to offering a higher end product that has value. How does your product and service, how much does it retail for? What is the markup, profit margin, things of that sort. So we go all into this much more in detail at 90daymillionaire.alphalifestyleacademy.com. For a lot of you, putting joint ventures and group marketing deals sounds like a great idea, but putting it into action is a whole different thing on its own, because you just have so many responsibilities in your business already putting out fires. So what we want to do is we want to invite you to partner up with us, where we can work together as a team, because the better you do, the better I do, and the better I do, the better you do. So we work as a team, creating traffic. My expertise is marketing systems and being able to pull out the profit margins, create more profits and cash flow for companies, where we work with other people that are more expertise in traffic and some of the other aspects of it. So that's why we want to work together as a team. So again, you can just go ahead and visit 90daymillionaire.alphalifestyleacademy.com for that. But take care, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you in our next episode. Bye-bye now.